Saudi Cup, and welcome to Ayutthaya, the historical capital of the entire kingdom of Siam. But back in the 1300s, 1400s, Thailand used to be much bigger, which included parts of Burma, Cambodia, Laos. It was a much bigger area back then. And the place that we're in today, this is called Ayutthaya. Now, Ayutthaya is the ancient capital of the Kingdom of Siam. The city was built in 1350 and survived all the way up until 1767. That's 417 years of being a stronghold. The late 1700s, in 1767, the city was raided and sacked by the Burmese military. They burned it and destroyed it so badly that they decided not to rebuild, and they rebuilt in a different district that was closer to what the capital is now, Bangkok. You can either take a car here, it takes about 1 hour to 1.5 hours depending on traffic, or hop in a longtail boat. If you can find someone that'll take you all the way up the Chao Phraya River, all the way to Ayutthaya, good luck. Let's go look around. Let's explore this place. It's funny, you have these birds singing all around this place. And this Wat here, so Wat in Thai means temple. This is Wat Nok, N-O-K, Nok. Nok means bird in Thai. So the fact that there's so many big trees and so many big birds all around this temple, well, it holds true to its name. I try climbing up there, but I don't want to be responsible for being the one who breaks Wat Nok. I don't think that's in my playbook today, but this thing held strong and it's still here today. This is the place where you see people like Frank Dukes in the movie Kickboxer. This is where he comes and regroups and finds his spirit of Muay Thai, and he goes and defeats the evil fighters in the Kumite, but this is where he regrouped. This is where he got his power from here in Ayutthaya, so check it out. And if it looks like it's leaning a little bit to the left, that's because it is. A lot of these temples are not built on the proper sand like they are in Cambodia at Angkor Wat, and a lot of the temples are leaning slightly because over 800 years they're starting to lean. So it's only a matter of time. If you see that, I'm not holding the camera crooked. That's just the way things are. Some nice dogs here. Hey, Saudi Cup, guys, Saudi Cup. Hello, temple dog. Ooh, Saudi Cup, Saudi Cup. Hi guys, you want to be on YouTube? Good boy. Good little temple dog. Wow, we got some dogs. So if you see dogs around these temples in Ayutthaya, these ones, these two, they're friendly. They're not clean, they're just friendly. Hard to believe that these things have been around for 700 years, still standing to this day. We're just on the outer perimeter of this Ayutthaya complex here. They got this stone fence. I guess they have certain entry and exit points. Follow the rules. Otherwise, I'd just jump the fence and hop on in, but I don't want to be that guy or one of those guys. Lots of people do that stuff here. But you have to follow the rules. In Thailand, if you're a foreigner.
An Indian tourist in Pattaya found himself at the center of a bizarre early morning confrontation after two naked ladyboys, not one but two.
You got to stop being so upset. Be happy. Follow the rules. And if you don't, we'll piss off them. Stay out of Wahan. Here's another look at the bird temple, Wat Nok. Got the rest of Ayutthaya over here. So these temples were mostly built in the Khmer era, which was anywhere between the 11th century and the 14th century or 13th century. Same type of architecture, Same type of buildings as you see up in Buriram or what you see in Cambodia's Angkor Wat. Got ourselves our tickets. So here's a cost breakdown. 80 baht for foreigner, 10 baht
And they have
for a local.
umbrella for you to lend.
But hey, if you're a visitor to this country, this belongs to them. And you get to come see it as a visitor. You pay an extra fee for that. One thing you'll notice when you come here to these temples is a lot of the statues of anything that looks like a human has its head missing. They're missing everything from the chest up. When the Hindus would come and invade a Buddhist temple complex like this, they would chop off the heads of all the statues. So you'll see a lot of the statues missing heads. So that is the famous face inside the tree. They've taken one of the heads of these statues that had the head lopped off, and they stuck it at the bottom of a tree. And the roots and everything have grown around it. And that's what you're left with. So, just like that. Quite a popular tourist attraction. You can tell this is a modern statue over here because it still has the head on it. So actually you can see where it's been restored, where they've actually just put a new head on top of the shoulders of the old statue. So, all right, so I found one that we can actually go up inside and walk inside of. A lot of these are under restoration right now, so no entrance is allowed. They've got them flagged off and barricaded. You can see the head of this has been severed, cut off. A lot of times they would keep the heads. A lot of times they would just throw them in the woods. This could be the exact area where Frank Dukes came and practiced his fighting skills, regained power, and got the strength it took to win the Kumite in Bangkok. It was an area just like this. So, I wonder if this was it. The Kumite in Bangkok. These are all the remains of a sacked and invaded village. Ayutthaya was finally raided for the last time in 1767 by the Burmese military. Now, there was a guy. He was a fierce fighter in the Thai military. His name was Nai Kanom. And in 1767, he was taken prisoner by the Burmese military. And let me just tell you, he was not a good prisoner. I think they gave him back. Somehow the story got out that Nai Kanom was so good at Muay Thai. He would take on 10 Burmese military guys at once. So the Burmese military would take their toughest guys and put them up against Nai Kanom, and he would smoke them all. And then eventually when they granted him release, or they made a deal or whatever to give him back to the Thai military, he was a local hero by then. And basically one of the founding fathers and experts of Muay Thai. Nai Kanom, one of the OGs of combat. Now if you look really close at the statue behind me, you can see that this Buddha has been reconstructed. It's been renovated. This one here, you can see the cement. You can literally see the cement line on the head. That is a restoration. So this statue had its head at one point completely severed and cut off, they did their best to either find the old head, put it back on, or they built a new one, put it on there. So that is what the invading armies would do here once they invaded. You can see this one totally leaning to the right here. So I guess when the guy told me in Cambodia that the reason why they chose Angkor Wat as a site to build some of their biggest temples, it was the sand. The sand was a perfect aggregate so that the temples, once fully loaded in weight, would survive earthquakes and survive the true test of time by being able to sit on top of that sand without sinking to one side or another. So now I get it. Here in Ayutthaya, leaning towers, but you don't see those in Cambodia, not so much. So yeah, lesson learned here today. When you're gonna build these temples, build them on the right sand, or they're gonna lean. It looks like you can maybe go inside this one. There's a staircase with an opening. So I'm gonna try and go up. Yeah, look at this. All right, I'm inside. It smells like bird shit. Like must be a million birds that live in here. Pigeons that just shit non-stop. But this is it, guys. I'm inside a temple from 1350 here in Ayutthaya. Pretty cool. That's amazing. One of the only ones I think you can go in here. So glad I got to go in there. Another one that's leaning hard to the right here. Yeah, 600 years old, 700 years old. It's amazing they're still even standing. I guess this one's toppled. Pretty cool. So much weight. Can't go inside that one anymore. You can see they got lights here. So this park must be open at nighttime. These are all LED lighting pointing up to these giant temples. Look at the camera nice and straight here. You can see just how crooked this thing is. Yeah, that thing's definitely out of pitch. So Ayutthaya, an hour and a half north of Bangkok, is a really hot place. There's trees here, but it seems like the ground is like red earth. It just radiates heat. So if you come to Ayutthaya, maybe come early in the morning or maybe come right at sundown. Probably the best time anyway for pictures, but just remember this place is hot. So there's 3 different separate temple complexes that we're gonna visit today. The first one that we just went through was called the Ram Park, and it's been a good one. The next complex we're about to go to is just north of here. It's called Wat Mahathat, and it's just on the north of this one. I think it's a little older and you can access them a little bit more, but let's go check out Wat Mahathat.
And they have the name of Wat Mahathat, and this is the Wat Mahathat. And
That's
the tree.
good.
Yeah.
That's Wat Mahathat. Wat Gan. Wat ice cream. I've never seen anything.
Huh?
Second temple complex of the day. Once again, you need another ticket. 80 baht foreigner, 10 baht local. Starting to look very, very Street Fighter, very Frank Dukes in here. I got a rock in my shoe. If you're gonna come here, don't wear your best shoes. Your shoes get really dirty. Really dirty. It's like red earth clay around here. When you walk through it with black shoes on, your shoes turn red. Ooh. To the top. It's hot, and it's definitely a lot steeper than it looks. So, sitting here like the king would on his temple, you got a statue of Buddha with the head lopped off. Then around it, you got these bell-shaped temples, all enclosed by tall walls to keep the bad people out. Look who we have here. It's a little Peachy. How'd you get up there?
I told you.
Okay. Well, I guess you can make it to the top. I went as high as the stairs would go, but little Peachy's found her way up there, so I'm gonna go around, try to find my way in. I think I found the entrance here. It's like a pretty good set of modern stairs. Got a statue up there honoring someone who is important. We're gonna climb its tallest temple here today. And this will take us to the top right here. Very steep. Very steep. That's what it looks like from the top. This must be the old way of getting up and down. No longer in service. Just look at the ceiling in this place. Basically, it's turned into a giant birdhouse. If anyone enjoys this place, it's definitely the birds. There's a steep set of stairs going down. That's where I just was standing, or sitting, down there. You got the statue with no head. There's your longhouse there, full of statues with chopped up bodies, thanks to the Burmese. Right, let's make our way down the steep stairs of the temple. Pigeons flying out. Watch out for the kitties. Whew. Did I say it was hot here? Boiling hot. You're in the shade inside these places, but for some reason it's got like this really humid, kind of a bird shit feeling, kind of smell, sort of humidity inside. Busy place here. It's a Sunday afternoon, probably one of the most popular days to come out. We even have a couple visitors here. Got a group of monks deciding to come out here, enjoy the day. Isn't Burma still fighting? Can't get enough of it up there, eh? All right. Last but not least, we have the smallest temple complex I've ever seen. Looks like a bell with a big hole in it. If anyone can tell me why someone would put a hole in the middle of this temple, please, please, please leave a comment down below. I have no idea why someone would burrow a hole into an ancient temple like this. I can understand why they cut the heads off the statues, why they burn the city after. I'm just not aware of any reason why you'd burrow a hole in the side, so maybe looking for something. This temple in Ayutthaya is called Wat Chai, and it got a hole right in the side of the temple. I wonder if they found anything. No idea. Maybe historically they buried something valuable inside the middle of the temple for good luck. I'm not sure. But looks like they burrowed a hole there in the side of this temple, and it looks like they burrowed a hole down there. So, 2 temples, 2 holes. Maybe it makes sense. Please let me know down below. I'm stumped, can't figure it out. But this is Ayutthaya. Thanks for watching. There's been 3 temple complexes. It's hot out here today, and I think it's time to go get a coconut. Oh, 50 baht, 50 baht, 2 coconuts.
There we go.
Whoa. Khop khap. I think she likes it.